X-raying the political parties, the outcome, the candidates, and intrigues leading to the EDO gubernatorial election that will be coming shortly. September is around the corner. 21st is like 3 days away. If you ask the politicians or the actors on the race, we have with us in the studio Reverend Phil Aroj, who's a clergyman, and he's the current director of Women, Youth and Development of Christian Association of Nigeria, Edo State Chapter. Good to have you on the program.
Good morning, did you?
Good to see you.
Having me here this Monday morning.
All right, you look bright.
Yes, it's a bright Monday morning, all things bright and beautiful. It's a day the Lord has made, and so we should rejoice and be glad in it.
Okay, you're speaking like a pastor now, but let's talk politics. Looking at the whole intrigue that played out over the week, it was a busy week. Outro last week, yes. All political parties had a serious, so in fact it wasn't that easy. Candidates have emerged. What are your expectations across party lines?
Thank you very much. I'm aware of 4 political parties that have been able to, others have, I think there are about 18 political parties, but 4 of them, and those are the 4 we should watch out for. The incumbent party in power, the People's Democratic Party, that has Asolime Iwodalu from Ewuhimi. Okay. That's Edo Central. As the candidate, we have the APC, the party at power at the federal level, that have Senator Mondo Kpeolo, also known as Akpakomisa, of from Irwa, Edo Central.
Definitely.
We have Barrister Olumide Akpata, I think it's from Oredo.
Okay, from Edo South.
Yes, Edo South, from Oredo Labour Party. And of course we have Pastor Dr. Azeme Azena for NNPP. Don't forget the strength that NNPP has, that Labour Party has. That's also the strength that NNPP has.
You think so?
Yes, NNPP has 1 governor, that's in Kano. Labour Party have 1 governor, that's in Abia State.
So Alex Oti.
Yes, Alex Oti. So you need to watch out for that young man.
But Labour Party have more lawmakers.
Yes, yeah, that's true. Of course, that was because of the Obi factor.
Okay.
So Dr. Azeme Azena is a force to also watch out for. He's from Okpekpe, in Esako East local government area, I do not. And of course, he has his base at Ukwela, also part of Esako East local government area in Edo State. So, of the 4 major candidates of the 4 political parties I could analyze this morning.
Among others.
Yeah, among others. They are, I think, about 18. We already have, we have 2 from Edo Central, 1 from Edo South, and then 1 from Edo North. Like you mentioned, it was a very busy week for the political parties.
And it was a very tough one.
Yes, the APC have to cancel the first primaries they had on the 17th and reschedule for 23rd. The first one had Dennis Idahosa from Ovia emerging as a candidate. Of course, the National National Working Committee took a decision.
Congratulated him.
Yes, congratulated him, but they have to,
him by the process, yeah.
They have to take a decision to have another Congress. Another primaries, which led to the emergence of Mondo Kpeolo, because there were result sheets that surfaced online after Idahosa Denko was announced as the winner, that actually showed that Akpakomisa won. I'm sure the party didn't want
he was also announced winner.
Of course, there were about 4 of them that claimed to have won that primaries.
From 1 political party?
Yes. Colonel David Nimose, Dr. David Nimose, who was a former party chairman, also claimed that he had won. Honorable Dekere, Sunday Dekere, known as Danko.
A serving lawmaker.
Yeah, the one representing Esako, Federal Constituency at the House of Rep, also close to have won, claimed to have won. But all that is put to rest now. APC has their candidate now, the person of Senator Kpeolo. Senator Kpeolo is a first-time senator going to the National Assembly. I think this is even the first time he's contesting for any office, and he won. When he contested, he won. Now he wants to try the governorship. We'll watch out for him. For Dr. Olumide Akpata, He was MBA president. And of course, he has found his way now to becoming the Labour Party candidate. We watch out for him. And of course, you cannot take away the incumbency factor for Dr. Aswen Ighodalo. We must not fail to mention.
If you say incumbency factor,
yes.
He's not the current governor.
Now, I'll tell you why. But before I go there, we must not fail to mention that there was another Congress, another primaries.
From the Labour Party?
No, from the PDP.
Okay.
That heads at the official residence of the deputy governor at Commercial Avenue, where he scored about 300 votes. I didn't know whether there were other candidates who were there, but in the candidate that in the primaries that produced Aswen, at least he also Philip Shaibu. He got one vote. He had one vote, so at least there were other candidates there. Others who stepped down or who even contest or didn't contest, who were aspirants, we could see them.
Just to add to your analysis,
yes.
Labour Party, the faction of Lamidi Papa,
yes,
they actually have a candidate now.
Yes.
So it's going to be a difficult one for them
so
to
they have a candidate too, but what will determine all of this is the primaries that INEC supervised and the faction that is recognized by INEC.
Okay.
Because it is not the state office that arrives to INEC, it's the national office. So the faction that INEC supervised is the one that will go. And I think for PDP, they supervised that of Aswen. And for Labour Party, I think they were present at that of the one that produced Dr. Olumide Apata. Okay. Now, why I talked about the incumbency factor, you will look at from 2007,
okay,
from when we started the change of power. The PDP under Chief Lucky Igbenedion was the one in power as the governor then. The incumbency power played out. It played out.
In producing a success?
Yes. That's how Professor Osumbo emerged. Although it was later upturned 18 months later by the courts. You move forward to 2016.
And Adams,
yes, the power, the incumbency power, the force that Adams Oshiomhole used, Comrade Hassan Oshiomhole used to produce the incumbent governor. The incumbent governor was practically not known to many persons, though he was working for Comrade Oshiomhole as a team, as the head of the economic team. He was there, but of course, he's a quiet person.
He was working behind the scene.
Yeah, nobody knew him. In fact, a year before the election was the time I was meeting him for the first time. That was precisely December of 2015, when it was becoming clear that he was going to contest. That's when I met him for the first time. I didn't know him. Just hear his name. I never met him. I met him, and I started relating from then to now. So that factor, if with the power of incumbency, a relatively unknown face was projected by the sitting governor, and he became,
won the election.
He won the elections. Fast forward to 2020.
But it wasn't that easy for him in 2020.
Power is not given. Power is taken.
Easy in 2020.
Power is not given. It's taken. You have to go for it. It's war.
So you have to snatch it.
No, it's war.
You have to grab it.
If the aspirants tells you what they went through this period, this last 3-4 months, to get the ticket,
to emerge winners,
it's not for the lily livered. You won't go. You won't attempt it.
Okay.
That's the truth. So 2020, the comrade who brought His Excellency Gordon Obaseki in 2016.
Disqualified.
Yes, disqualified him, went on the other route. The governor moved to PDP, a party that has been in opposition for almost 12 years, from 2008 to that 2020. Yes, to 2020.
Yeah.
Moved to a party that is in opposition because of the incumbency factor. And of course, there was empathy from Edo people to say Comrade Oshiomhole should not be the one who dictated for us and all the rest. The people moved with the governor and they voted for him.
Now, are we let's pause you a little. Are we going to say that is the state resources that gave the governor the lead in that election, or the empathy he got from Edolites? What actually played out? Could it be that the resources at his disposal?
It's a combination of all of that. There is no scent in politics. It's a combination of all the forces.
So no politician can be trusted?
No, they can be trusted, but there's no scent in politics. They can be trusted, yeah.
Okay.
But we have to trust them. We have to give them that allowance and give them that benefit of that. But if you know the things, the current that goes behind the scene, we are yet to know. Although people need to know. People have to put it in history. Somebody have to tell us the truth. What actually led to the arrest of Barrister Julius Abure on Wednesday afternoon? Why was he arrested?
I was released
yes.
just less than 24 hours later.
Who arranged the arrest? Who planned it? Who executed it? How come that the petition, according to the report, they said somebody wrote the petition, that incident happened December 28, 2023. How come it was 2 days to the primaries of Labour
Warrant
Party?
Of arrest was not
yes, and you executed as if the man was a criminal. Why didn't you invite him? Who is behind that? So all of these things happening. The truth is,
so
Labour Party.
Are we saying the arrest of arresting Barrister Abure 2 days, Julius Abure 2 days to the primaries, actually gave Olumide Akwata the win he got?
No, I haven't said so. I said somebody have to tell us what happened.
So that's
Labour Party. You see, Labour Party have enjoyed the empathy of Edo people.
Over
and
time.
yes, from the Obi movement, from the last general election a year ago, Labour Party have enjoyed the support of Edo people. The average person in Benin City wants a change. And let me say that PDP has been there at the national level. They were there for 16 years. APC is on the lap now that will give them 12 years. We have had both PDP and APC here. And of course, the current incumbent governor, His Excellency Governor Obaseki, have also demystified the fact that it's not a political party, it is individual. Because as a governor of APC, he did his best. As a governor of PDP, he's doing his best. So it's actually the person. The empathy that Edo people and Nigerians have for Labour Party, I hope Labour Party will not throw it away. If you allow Azemi and Zena to leave Labour Party, not because of what the government did to him, but because of what Labour Party members did to him on the 27th of December, when he went to solicit for support in Akoko Edo local government, and Labour Party members chased him away and chased his team away, and nothing was done, he left. You cannot throw that away. The crowd that young man pulls cannot be wished away by any political party. He has massive support, a massive crowd. If you arrested the chairman of the party, national chairman, state chairman, and youth leader, 2 days to primaries, and you cage them, and you bully them,
and nothing was done,
and you bully them, and then 2 days later, the primaries went on, and out of about 300 and something votes that were casted that was available, one person got 316. And then 4 candidates from a region from a senatorial district that says it is their turn to produce
power shift,
yes, had only 21 votes.
Four of them put together.
Yes, Professor Rusele had 7. Barrister Ken Maswagbo had 7. Barrister, I think it's about, Honorable Sejos Ogun had 4 votes, and Mr. Ebegbe had 3 votes, 21 votes. From 51 wards. Edo Central has about 51 wards.
And they couldn't give 100 to this.
They had delegates from all of these wards. And all of you could only produce 21 votes.
All of them?
All of them, yeah.
All of them
could only produce 21 votes for 4 candidates from your region. And you say you want...
So are we not saying money actually played out?
Of course.
Should we see it as money-back politics had its way in Labour Party?
Not only in Labour Party, all of the parties.
All of the parties?
Yes. Okay, maybe not all. Maybe we can take away NNPP, because I didn't follow those ones closely.
Because there are some that just had consensus candidates.
Yes, I didn't follow NNPP closely. And because there were too much contestation there. But for Labour Party, for the PDP, you look at the PDP, where did they get Ashwebi?
For primaries?
Yes.
Different?
Yes, for different local governments.
Who gave them Ashwebi?
Who gave them Ashwebi? So the money played.
And two days to the primaries, they were all converged in Edo State.
So you can't take it away from there. So who paid the bill? Somebody paid the bill. So money plays a very important role, very significant role, and very dangerous role in politics. What that means is that the party like Labour Party that say we don't give CC, it's only a mere talk. And nobody should bring that slogan that we're a Labour Party, we don't give CC. It's not true. From the national chairman to the least person at the world as official.
They are giving and collecting shishi.
They are collecting, it's not shishi.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm very sure.
They are collecting.
It's not shishi they are collecting. They are giving and collecting good money.
One of the aspirants turned candidates in one of the parties actually says some of the vehicles he gave out, he just did that out of free will. No intention, nothing. Could that be what blinded their eyes?
Let me tell you, even the Bible says a man's gift make a way for him and brings him before great men. Is it actually possible to say to a man who gave you a car, a vehicle to be using? Is it actually possible to say no to him when he's requesting something from you? Is it possible to say no? Or the man, okay, let me give you this. I lived in a house for 16 years. It wasn't my house. I rented a house. I lived there for 16 years at a time. While I entered, after 2 years, I sunk a borehole there. There was no water around that area. And I simply connected water for free for everybody. And for 16 years that I lived there, for 14 years, everybody around me came there to fetch water for free, every day for free.
For 14 good years?
Yes. After I left that house, I had that water running for another 7 months. Then I was still sending token to the recharge card for them to recharge and pump water because nobody was living there. It was after, 5 months. It was after 5 months I went and removed my meter, the prepaid meter I had, and then I allowed the tenant there to be.
You left the borehole?
I left the borehole, I left everything.
You didn't remove the
I didn't take, not the tank, not anything. I left it for, nobody is there.
In this harsh economy?
Yes, I left it there. It's still there. They are still fetching water. For as long as the tenant and the BQ can pump the water, people still have water there for free. All I needed to tell the people then was that if you voted for me as local government chairman, I will extend this water to your house. So what the man who gave vehicle to party chairman, AJ chairman, would tell them, well, I give you this party for official use. If you vote for me and I become governor, I'll give you personal vehicles. And many Nigerians can say no to that. So all of them are part of inducement.
I think somebody like me will say no.
Well, if you say so, there are still a few. And I'm sure you too. There are still a few islands of integrity. Very few.
Okay, now let's look at the strength of each of these political parties. The Labour Party, for instance, in build-up to the presidential election, like you actually said, and it's correct, Edo State seems to be the headquarters of the obedient movement. We know so many Edolites in diaspora who came back home to participate in the election. A good number of them even contributed to see that movement survive. What is the fate of Labour Party as far as the election is concerned?
And I just hope that with the event of last week, except they come to explain to us what happened to the national chairman, that arrest and the stagger and all the rest, and who even funded the live telecast of their primaries. We need to see the receipt from the Labour Party. Because part of the thing that the National Treasurer is accusing the national chairman of is spending money without recourse to him.
We had her on this platform.
So we need to know who funded all of those processes. How was it funded? That's Labour Party. Labour Party has one senator from Edo State. And that senator is representing 50% of the voting population. Labour Party has 2 House of Rep members from Edo South. You have the one representing Ekpoboka Nego, and then the one representing at Uredu.
Esosa engineer.
Yes, Uredu. Yeah. So that's a major voting population. Major voting.
Can they capitalize on it?
So
can they capitalize on it?
That's
looking at the current. Looking at the current.
What was the rule?
Faction they had.
What was the rule? What was the respect that was accorded to these National Assembly officers during the process?
Were they carried along?
That's the question that Labour Party should answer.
They are stakeholders. They are major stakeholders.
That's the question that Labour Party should answer. They should answer because those goodwill that the people gave Labour Party for free, that produce seemingly unknown persons to become their representative at the national level, at the state level, and all the rest, they shouldn't throw that. I think that they are playing with that goodwill. at all. So they have to explain to Edo people what has happened and the process of the primaries. And then that, but I can tell you the truth. A national election is different from a state election. And that played out after the national election last year and the state House of Assembly election. You discover that it didn't go the way that it went at the national level.
Definitely.
It didn't go that way.
It was 18 over 18.
No, it wasn't. I think there's no.
No, we have
a couple of persons from APC,
and even one Labour Party. Then the local government was one way.
That's September 2nd election.
It was one way.
It's 18 over 18. So local election.
That of the House of Assembly, actually went 3 ways.
Yes, you have Labour Party, you have APC, so local elections are different from national election. The local election, you cannot wish away the power of incumbency. Look at the pedigree of Dr. Aswai Udalo. Dr. Aswai Udalo, like His Excellency Mr. Gordon Obaseki, have also worked at the background. Dr. Aswai Udalo has been the chairman of Alauda Summit in the last 7 years. So he's been here. He understands the system. He understands the Edo environment. He's from here. He has a younger brother who is a great gentleman, a pastor, Pastor Itwai Udalo, who also have access to Edo people. So you can't wish him away. You can look at the companies that he has been on the board and the chairman. I heard him say one day that he's in the board of Okomu. Okomu is one of the most prosperous company in the Edo State. Yeah, he's been there for like 15 or so, 18 years thereabout. He was chairman of Sterling Bank before he resigned. He was chairman of Nigerian Breweries. The former chairman of Nigerian Breweries was also an Edo man, Dr. Uhiwere. So you can't wish that away.
But some persons are saying he's a technocrat. They don't really need technocrats at this point. They want homeboys.
I don't know. All of them are homeboys.
They need homeboys.
There's no Edo person. Are you a homeboy?
Well, I'm a homeboy.
So
I came from a village,
Ubohari, in
Eastern Central.
So you're a homeboy. So what makes you a homeboy? Have you ever lived Edo State? Have you ever lived outside Edo State?
Yeah, of course, definitely.
So any person that is an Edo person by birth, by origin, is a homeboy.
Even when they don't reside here.
No, it's a homeboy.
I reside here.
So it's a homeboy.
You reside here. We are homeboys. They are not homeboys.
No.
They don't really understand the politics.
They do.
We don't really know what Edolite needs at this point.
I will not condescend.
We don't really understand.
I will not condescend to that level.
No.
Okay, if you look at,
we don't understand what Edolite needs at this point.
Yes, they do. I will not condescend to that level of saying somebody who doesn't stay here who has not lived here.
But they don't feel the pulse of the pains of the people. They don't. To an extent.
You don't have to live here to know.
You think so? Yes. They don't know what is happening on the streets.
Oh, they will tell them.
They move from one AC to another.
It's okay. That's the level that God has placed them. All of us cannot be in the village. I won't condescend to that level.
You think so?
Yes. For me personally, I won't condescend to that level. That's and the homeboy is the one eating amala with us. There are people eating amala with us that do not know how to perform.
So Reverend, what are your expectations now? APC is saying they are going to give PDP a run for their money.
It's expected.
Because at the federal level, I'm very sure the presidency won't take this easy. It's not going to be an easy take for the PDP.
No. Nobody should talk about federal level.
So federal minds cannot play out?
No, the president should not come here to campaign. What is he going to campaign with?
But there was a video making round where you saw that video.
That video was on the 19th of January last year.
Where he met with people like Senator Adams, Shomole, and some stakeholders?
No. See, the social media is a very, it can be good, it can be bad. Yes. People. That clip where the president was saying that I'm going to give Edo back to you was before he was elected. I was at that event.
That's the part of campaign.
Yes, I was at that event on January 19, 2023.
Okay.
He came for a stakeholders meeting, and I represent myself and Sir Humphrey Bessie represented CAN in that event. That event was scheduled for 12 noon. The president arrived there. Sorry,
he's the president now.
Yes,
he's the president now.
Yes, he came in there about 7 p.m. So we actually waited for 7 hours before he was able to arrive. And he spoke for a few minutes, and he said, "If you elect me as president, I will give Edo back to you."
Imagine a man that hadn't gotten power.
Yes.
Now he's in power. Don't you think that statement shouldn't be taken lightly?
Let me tell you what led to that statement. Let me tell you what led to that statement.
Should we take that statement lightly?
No, we shouldn't take it lightly. But at that event, there were the 14 House of Assembly members who were not in power at that time, who were with him. And they presented them to him at that event. January 19th, 2023, before he was elected. They can go and check.
So the concern now is somebody who was not in power.
President Tinubu should not come to Edo State to campaign for Mondo Kweolo. Otherwise, he will make the man lose the election. He has nothing to campaign with.
You think so?
I'm telling you.
APC has tried too. They are saying they have done their best.
That's APC. But I'm saying that at the state level, yes, we will look at the person. We will look at Okweolo, his person. If I don't want to vote for him, they will vote for him based on him, not based on APC at the national level.
So
nobody shouldn't come.
APC at the national level, they should stay off.
Look, I'm not saying they should stay off, but there's nobody that should talk about federal might. What are you coming to complain with? Do you know the hunger on the streets?
They own all the security apparatus.
Yes,
for information.
The security men that they own are also hungry.
And they take orders from on top.
The people that they take orders from, the people that they give orders are hungry.
Everybody's hungry. Are you not saying it's going to be a knockoff for the APC?
No, not a knockoff.
Outrightly.
It's a local election. Edo State will decide. Edo people will decide. The president is not coming here to vote. He's not coming here to vote.
But he can influence the process for his party. It's his party, remember.
Why did he not influence the process in Bayelsa?
Well, that's Bayelsa. This is Edo.
Why couldn't he influence it?
But he actually promised Edolite that he's going to give them back.
He doesn't have the power.
You think so?
He doesn't. It's Edo people that have the power.
You think so, right?
It's the voters that have the power, and we must demystify these people.
Okay,
what is he bringing to the table? What has he done in the last 8 months that you come and campaign with? The hunger? Are you aware how much a bag of rice is selling? No, we shouldn't even go there.
But he said his baby step. Let's just go through this baby step.
Where is the Agbado and the thing he promised? Where are the 50 million people he said was going to take to go and fight Boko Haram?
Nigeria Customs are already giving out bags of rice now.
Bag of rice, we are giving
for 10,000 naira.
For 10,000 naira. How many Nigerians will it get to?
It has started in Lagos. It will get to Benin very soon.
Comrades?
Very soon.
I don't know how to address you now.
Very soon.
Look.
You don't want to give this government a trial at the state level. APC can still perform in the states.
No. See, let's
of the political party can still perform in the states.
Let's get it clear. Let's get it clear. Aswan Eudalo of PDP will know. Monday Okweolo of APC will know. Dr. Olumide Akpata of Labour Party will know. Azeme of NNPP will know, and others will know them. Nobody should talk about federal might.
You think so?
They shouldn't talk about it. We will give votes to the candidates, the individual, based on what we think they can do and based on what they have done, not because of one federal might or anything.
Okay, now let's now look at
the church also will play a very significant role.
Yeah, I was actually going
The
there.
next governor of Edo State must sit down with the church. We'll sit down with them. We have had a very good deal with the incumbent governor, very good deal.
How fruitful has been your deals with other candidates in the past, and how is it going to impact this current election?
From the time I came into leadership of CAN, PFN, and all the rest, it's been.
How impactful has your meetings been?
It's been for the governor Obaseki. He's done very wonderfully well for the church. He's done projects for various churches. He's assisted CAN. At the time we needed vehicle, he was there. The Muslims is assisting them at the time and all the rest. Very wonderfully well. Pentecostal volunteer, at any time they needed him. It's the individual churches and organizations. At any time you need him, if he's not there physically, he's able to send his resources or send someone to represent him. We have a very good deal with the incumbent governor. But the question is, can we have a better deal?
With subsequent?
Yes, with whoever. Yes, we are going to sit down.
So are we going to see?
We're going to sit down.
Are we going to see prophecies, countering prophecies?
No,
telling members which way to go.
No, this won't be prophecy.
Will they be compelled to align with a particular candidate?
Those ones are jokers.
We'll see prophecies coming.
I know they are jokers. Who will win, who will not win. We'll sit down with the candidates. This and that is where we are coming from 1999. This is what the governments have done for the body of Christ and for the people. It was Governor Obaseki that said, when government fails, the people suffers. And when the people suffer, the church bears the burden. Because the people do not have access to government. It is church they come to. You won't know how much that I don't have that I'm forced to look for to spend to assist people.
But Reverend Free, before we go further, are you saying prophets in Edo State, they should remain on the mountain, they shouldn't speak to the electionary process?
No, they can speak, but nobody should
They
come and
shouldn't prophesy and
nobody
tell
should
us
come
God
and
is
tell you
saying,
that God
God
has
is
told
saying
you.
we should align with Reverend Phil Aroji as the next governor of the state. They shouldn't
Nobody-
prophesy.
Nobody should come and tell
But
you
we
that
saw
God
prophecies countering prophecies during the presidential election. It's a norm with the Christendom.
Look,
It's a norm.
there's one prophet, Feyishola, something in Lagos.
He's currently hanging somewhere in
yes, in prison.
Yes. He's resting there.
Yes. The truth should be spoken in love. Even if God shows you some certain things, there are some things you keep to yourself for a season. Don't come and tell us God told you. No. Come and tell us you feel, you are convinced. But don't say God said. If you have a candidate you want us to vote for, don't use the name of the Lord. So we will sit down with these candidates. We'll invite them. They will invite us. We'll meet. This is the deal we have had so far from 1990 now. We've had a very good deal with Governor Obaseki. Can we have a better deal with you?
What is the fate of NNPP? This is their first time on the ballot in Edo State.
Yes.
They are kind of new as far as politics is concerned,
Yes.
just like the obedient movement, actually.
Sure.
What is their fate?
The young man there cannot be wished away. Dr. Azemi Azena is one young pastor in this city that can blow whistle, and in 30 minutes, he can gather 10,000 people. I'm telling you, he has that capacity.
Azemi Azena of Omega 5.
Yes, he has that capacity. So you can't wish him away.
So his church members, his church members are up to 10,000 anyway. So maybe it's his church members that will gather.
So whether that can translate to electoral value is what we don't know.
Okay.
So it's what we don't know. But you can't wish him away. He may be the underdog in this election.
But looking at the current economic woes, looking at the hardship faced by everyone in the country, how is it going to impact the election?
It wasn't this bad last year when people still have to sell their votes.
Collecting 2,000, 3,000, 5,000.
I'm sure people will sell their vote for even 1,000 now.
As low as 1,000 now?
Yes. Things are tough.
So how do we now get the change that we desire?
Well, if you look at what happened at the primaries, I don't want to mention figures because this is a public station and I've not verified them.
If they are verified.
No, I've not verified them.
They are verified, why not?
No, I've not.
Okay.
I've not. But I learned that in one of the political parties from my Butch radio, that people got as much as $1,000.
Okay, but Reverend Phil, land on your thoughts. How will this economy affect
the
election?
I was saying, a lot of money has changed hands during the primaries.
You said a particular party was giving
up
$1,000.
Up to $1,000 for one delegate. For them, they have cashed out. Now it will not. The electors have heard that the delegates have cashed out, so they are waiting for September 21st.
True.
Yes, it will be their turn. But let me cancel Edo people. That will be 4 years, almost, or possibly 8 years adventure. As the campaigns begin later in April and the events unfold, we must look critically and see where Edo people can get the best deal. Voting for Dr. Aso Ighodalo may be a continuation and possibly lead to adjustment from what we have had. Good deal. It's left for Edo people to decide. Do you want to vote for Senator Mondo Okpebholo and begin all over again? Edo people will decide. Do we want this power to remain in Edo South? For fairness sake, should the power remain in Edo South? The governor has done well by supporting a candidate from Edo Central. The APC has done well by supporting and presenting a candidate from Edo Central. I am not from Edo Central, but I think that for fairness sake, just like our sister state Delta had done, that the power should go around. It should go around because in 1999, I have Dr. Chief James Ibori from Delta and from Urobo clan. In 2007 rather, you have his cousin and the Shekiri man who became the governor, Dr. Duara, medical doctor. And then in 2015, you have Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa from Delta North.
From Gojuboji, from Owa.
Yes, or Wuibo. Sorry, Owalero.
Owalero.
And the impact of these three persons in their various senatorial district, even in terms of development, is still there.
Agbo changed.
It's only in the Shekiri land that I've not been there.
Agbo
mostly water. You can't understand. But if you go to Agbo, you go to Walero, you go to Owoibu, you go to all of those Azis, Okowa was called roadmaster.
From 2015 to about to 2017, I was within that axis.
He was called roadmaster, so you can actually see what he's done. Ogara today has become a mega town in Delta State. You have the teaching hospital, you have tank farms.
It has opened.
Yes, you have tank farms all over the place from the various oil companies. It's become a mega town in Delta State because there was a governor from there. Situated to Edo State, you cannot take away the fact that Edo North has developed massively. Was developed massively when Comrade Adams Oshomole was a governor. He was there. He built a university there. There are so many things there. Even my own village, we had about 12 kilometers of road tagged by Governor Adams Oshomole.
12 kilometers?
Yes.
Who is using it?
My people.
Okay.
12 kilometers, 2 side drain in my community. Within my community.
How large is that community? How big is it?
My community is more than some local government in Edo State.
Okay.
It's there, more than some local. I'm from Igbanke.
Okay.
You know, on local government. It's bigger than some local government in Edo State. We are the minority of the minority. So you find that one done. I think when Professor Ambrose Ali was governor of Bende State, he was, Edo State University, Ambrose Ali University, Ekpoma was established. The incumbent governor has touched almost every part of the state. He has done his own project to the best of his ability with the resources available.
In Edo South?
In Edo, almost every part of the state, but mainly in Benin City. Mainly in Benin City. He has also, beyond what the Comrade has done in Edo North, established a teaching hospital for the Edo University Uzari in Auchi, which has been established, and you can consultants go in there to do. So they've done their part. Oshomole during his tenure built a general hospital in Ewohimi, where the late wife, Madam Clara is from. Now, I think, without any bias to any, I think that the power should rotate, going with these two political parties that have given power to Edo Central. But if the larger majority of Edo people say no, the power should remain in Edo South, you have a candidate from there, Dr. Olumide Akpata, you vote. But if you say no, you can go to Edo North, then Dr. Azena is there, you go and vote for him. But personally, I think that the parties have evenly distributed their candidate or can make informed choices. But nobody should go under the illusion, that the obedient movement, now is Obi is coming to campaign for me, the obedient movement, no, it's not going to work. Because the things that made the Edo people thought that obedient movement, that Labour Party was a very decent party, has been thrown away.
So the Labour Party is losing it at this point, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because the cliché of will not they give CC, will not they take CC, has been demystified. They give CC, they collect CC, they give penny, they collect penny, they give naira, they collect naira, they give dollar, all the parties.
But the presidential candidate of the party actually don't give shishi.
It's not from Edo State. It's not coming.
He said he doesn't give shishi.
It's not coming to contest. He doesn't give, but the people who are following him collect shishi.
They are giving and collecting.
They are giving and collecting. So it's not from here. It's not coming to.
And that will affect them in the pool.
When it comes to campaign.
Will that affect them in the pool?
Oh, sure. When it comes to campaign, because they are going to look for how to buy votes. Nobody is going to vote for any candidate who emerged mysteriously without buying votes. How?
Okay,
if you bought your way to the primaries to become a candidate, you will also look for how to buy votes.
Now, consolidating on achievements of your successor helps you a lot to stabilize. But in Nigeria, reverse is the case. We see people coming into power and blaming those that took over power from. It has happened. It's even happening at the center, where we see the incumbent president blaming the person he took over power from.
Anytime you talk about the center, I feel like heading somebody.
It's certainly not me now.
But you are the only one here on set.
No, my crew members.
No, you are the only one on set here.
But we've seen it happen, Reverend Phil.
Yes,
we've
you are
seen
the
it
only
happen.
one on set here.
You definitely will not head me.
Stop taking my mind there. Because is it not these people that led the protests when fuel was increased from 60 naira to 120?
Naira, yeah.
65 naira to 120 by Jonathan. And said Jonathan was clueless.
Took over Lagos.
And then all manner of thing was done to bring down that government. And eventually, the election came, and Jonathan surrendered. For the first time in our history, he called his opponent, president. I mean,
why result was
why coalition was still ongoing in 2015 with Rubebe.
Rubebe tried to defend,
because he saw the daylight
vote.
Yeah, he saw the daylight robbery.
But the incumbent president accepted defeat.
Go. You put one power, take power. And President Buhari messed up our nation. Took us back 50 years. Yes.
50 years back.
He killed the Nigerian economy. And the current administration, instead of now, the same political party, instead of now doing the best they can do, they are busy complaining. Complaining means you are burying what the former president killed. And it's evident. Sir.
So at this point now, this is burial ceremony.
Yes.
According to your statement.
Yes.
Burial ceremony.
If you complain, you are doing burial ceremony. But if you are doing your best and encourage Nigerians.
You are resuscitating.
Yes, you can give us hope. Because if $1 is selling for 1,800 naira for $1, it has never happened. There is no African country that I know, apart from maybe Zimbabwe or at least West Africa, that their currency has changed for 1,800 to $1.
Well, ours is almost getting to 2,000 if care is not taken.
And we're going to get there.
So should we not have people taking over power, both at the state level and complaining instead of working?
Before you take over power, you should have known what is there and seen what is there. So when you get there, a man doesn't complain about issues. Do the best you can do in every given situation. That is what is called responsibility.
Okay.
You take responsibility for what you are saying. Do the best you can do. Did you hear Governor Godwin Obaseki ever complain about the records he met?
You barely heard those
yes.
things, yeah.
The only time he complained was when they were having political issues, and then he brought up this stormwater project. The stormwater project. But it was just political. The man, whatever you met, they do the best you can do. Play your part, knowing that posterity will judge you fairly or wrongly.
Let's quickly x-ray the candidates of the APC, Senator Monday Okpebholo. Some are saying he should just remain at the Senate since he's a newbie in politics. They're saying he shouldn't venture into, he shouldn't venture on the race for now. He just remain as a senator representing his constituency. What says you?
I thought so initially. I thought so. When he was aspiring to be governor, sir, just last year.
Got to the Senate.
Just last year you sought for this office. You told us you were going there to represent us. You're going to do this. We're going to do that. And now we gave you that mandate. And let it be on record that it was protest votes against Senator Odia, who wanted to go for third term, as against the established undocumented principle in this land that you don't go for third term. That protest vote was what actually gave Senator Monday Okpebholo the vote, the advantage that he used in edging Odia out and going to become a senator. As a matter of fact, it is a vote he had from Agbazilo, that's Eastern Northeast and Eastern Southwest, that gave him the advantage. Not just the vote from Okpebholo, which is Eastern West and Eastern Central, and Igwebe that gave him the advantage. So the people was okay. Since Odia won't allow us, Agbazilo people, to get it, okay, let's give it to another person from Okpebholo. So they supported them and got it. I thought so initially. But you see, it's personal, like the deputy governor says, it's my right to contest. It is his right. The Constitution of Nigeria have allowed it that as a senator, you can remain in the Senate and contest to any office. If he wins, he now resigns, INEC can conduct an election for replacement. If he loses, he can continue as a senator. Okay. So it is his right to...
So it's a win-win for him?
Yeah, it's a win-win for him. It's a win-win for him. Now that he has gotten the ticket, is a candidate, it's for them. But ordinarily, the average shaman can look at it as, okay, we have Okpebholo from Agbazilo, from Okpebholo. Okpebholo, Monday Okpebholo from Okpebholo. Let it remain in the Senate. Let us give our vote to another shaman who is from Agbazilo. That is now the person of
Aswe Godalo.
Yes, who is from Agbasodo.
But he's been part of this administration for 7 years, heading the Alagodalo team.
Yes.
So him too, he has kind of been, he was in power, he has been on ground.
No, not in any executive position, not elected, not in executive position. It was even an appointee.
But being on
he could tell you that he's been doing what he's doing.
Heading Alagodaro is enough to be part of it.
Alagodaro is a private entity.
Okay.
Yes, a
by
private
the
entity.
government.
Yes, well, private entity. I think I don't have the details, but I know Alagodaro is self-funding and self-sustaining. The projects.
But it's an initiative of the state government.
Yes, but
so how are we dissociating it from?
Well, I don't know. So that one you can.
Why are we doing the calculation like this?
Meet people in government.
Why are we doing the calculation like this?
This shaman was okay. Mondo Pueblo remain in the Senate. Let's vote for this one. That's for them. They can also God has, providence has bestowed this on you. It's your turn at this time. Continue. Because the advantage that Pueblo has is that he has gone around the 51 wards in Edo Central.
For Pueblo?
Yes.
Okay.
Edo Central.
Okay.
Yeah, the advantage he has. He met with the leaders. He met with the people during his campaign as for the office for going to the Senate. He has been able to meet them face to face. So he knows them. He has contested and he has won. So he knows how to manage elections. Okay. But for Aswe Godalo, it's a new fight when it comes to that. So he has to now begin to meet with those people. For Okweolo, he will have to now, what he needs to do is Edo North and Edo South. He has all been able to conquer that one. So it is left for, when the time comes, Edo people will decide.
Let's look at the PDP quickly. If you look at the PDP, in the build-up to the primary election, we have about 9 aspirants that actually pulled out that they felt they weren't really properly carried along or through the process. Won't that work against them? Looking at the deputy governor, he's a force that we shouldn't just wave, just with the wave of the palm. It's not going to be easy for the PDP, don't you think so?
Yes. Because
he's a grassroots politician.
You can't wave off the person of the deputy governor because of the power of incumbency, but you can check the records. The election in the last, the 2 or 3 election season, how many have you won? How many of those elections came to his favor in his senatorial district? APC have won almost all the elections in Edo North since 2016. APC has won. The senator, the party that Andam Soshomole belongs to, has won even in his own local government. So what electoral value is there?
So he doesn't have any impact?
It has, but I'm telling you now the fact. The fact is that APC have won almost all the elections in Edo North all this season.
But
if you come to Edo Central, you have some of the candidates, the former chairman of APC who migrated with the governor to Labour, to PDP, Honorable Barrister Aslem Ujizwa. A good force, fine gentleman, has all the political experience and all the rest. But in the wisdom of the governor, you cannot take it away from the governor that he has rights to decide who should succeed him. Just like you want to succeed, you want to nominate somebody, he also have rights. You can't take it away from him. So you had Honorable Omosede, who was also an aspirant. I think she later dropped a few days too, not in protest because she was there throughout that day. You had which other aspirant that was there now in PDP among them? So a couple of them like that were there, but the majority will always have their way.
So what about the legacy PDP?
The legacy PDP, I don't want to believe what people said, that they sold out in 2020, that they sold the political party. The legacy PDP...
In what terms?
I don't know. Sold is sold. You buy some... Once there's a willing seller, there'll be a willing buyer.
They sold it to the current government?
No, I don't know. Not the current government. I don't know who they sold it to.
You say in 2020. We had
that's what they said.
We had election in 2020.
No, that's what they said. I don't know.
Let's put the record straight. Reverend, let's put the record straight.
The record that
let's keep it straight.
You can keep it straight when I have it.
For the sake of our viewers.
I don't have the record you want me to keep straight.
But you just said they sold out.
From the Bush Radio.
What were they saying?
I have not confirmed it.
Okay.
I'm yet to confirm it from the Bush Radio.
Okay.
Chief Danobi is the leader of the legacy PDP. But does he have a state chairman? The legacy PDP has Tony Azigbemi as Dr. Tony Azigbemi as the state chairman. Dr. Tony Azigbemi is with the governor. So
currently?
Yes, he's been with him. So where is the legacy PDP?
Chief Danobi is a force.
You know, Chief
both
Danobi
at the state and the national level.
Is a South vice chairman of the PDP.
So
but at the state level, every election, every politics is local. At the state level, the chairman of the legacy PDP is Chief Tony Azegbemi. Because when Barrister Aslem Ojezwa came into PDP with the governor, he didn't get the chairmanship. They retained the incumbent chairman, Dr. Tony Azegbemi. So there's no legacy PDP. The other forces that were legacy
they've been dissolved.
No, the other forces
that
was
dissolved?
There, no, I'm telling you, the other forces that was there is the young man called Obedeyama. He also withdrew just before the primaries.
Yes.
He was contesting, he withdrew just before the primaries. I think I cited the letter that he wrote. So the National Working Committee of PDP has recognized the governor as the leader of the party in Edo State. So it is whatever the governor has presented that is accepted, and that's what that's accepted. The party chairman. Do you have a party chairman of the PDP in Edo State? No.
Okay.
There are a few national state working committee officials who are not with the governor, like the secretary, but most of them are with the governor.
Okay, you actually made mention of what the church will be doing. As someone that have been working closely with the youth and women, what are your expectations from these two groups as far as the election is concerned? What do you expect?
I led the CAN youth for 6 years. I finished that tenure in October 2023. I have led the PFN youth, the largest unit of CAN in terms of church population, Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, largest block. I led the youth wing. I'm still leading them for the past 8 years. This is my 8th year.
Wow.
Last year, when I finished my tenure, just before I finished my tenure, the leadership of CAN appointed me a director to manage the Directorate of Youth, Women and Education Development. And that's a responsibility for the next 5 years.
All in one?
Yes. It's a directorate in CAN from the National Youth, Women and Education Development, which means I now have oversight over the youth, the women, and anything that has to do with educational issue. And I do a lot of that. Even this, up to last night to early this morning, I have to resolve an issue in AU College of Medicine. Not just as the chairman of the consultative forum there, but because of also my responsibility as a director in CAN. Most of us who will be voting in the 2024 election in Edo State are either youth or women. And we have access to them. And that's why no politician or political party or candidate should joke with the church. We don't have to speak in public. We know how to talk to our people. I'm not saying any politician should consult me personally. I'm not an oracle that you consult.
Okay.
But don't joke with the body of Christ. Don't joke with any organized group, the labor. Don't joke with the traditional institution. Don't joke with even the Muslims. No matter the number of votes you will get there, don't joke with them. But the church is going to decide. Like I said earlier, we've had a fair deal with His Excellency the Governor. A fair deal. Can we get a better deal with you? And if we're going to get a better deal with you, A, B, C, D, will you be able to do that? We're not saying you should give us money. We're looking at what our work with the current governor, where we have stopped. Can you continue? Because we have things we're doing together for the benefit of the church, for the benefit of Edo people. When the governor wanted to reach, whenever he wants to reach Edo people, he calls the church leaders. He says, I can't reach them directly, but you can reach them. He calls the Muslim leaders. Will you abandon us? Or will you also do likewise, or even possibly do better? We'll sit down with them.
But won't some of these organizations see this season as a period to cash out?
The church will not cash out.
Some have been cashing out. Some used to cash out.
Yes, but the church won't. Because
so the church too will not cash out?
No, it's not possible.
They will not collect money and claim out?
No, it's not possible.
Collect from this person, collect from the other person?
It's not possible. What are we going to do with
you have different candidates now.
Yes, but what are we going to do with the money?
And they'll be meeting with all these organizations.
There's no candidate that is richer than the church. We're richer than all of them. How much do they have? The richest organization in this world is the Catholic Church.
Okay.
Yes. How much does any candidate have?
So the church now will support their campaign process?
Give them money?
Yes, no.
No, we won't give them
Since
money.
you are richer than them.
We are richer than them. We won't give them money, but we are not going to collect bribe from them. They can't bribe us.
Okay.
But we take offering. You can't bribe. There's
you take prophet offering.
No, a prophet offering. When you visit me now, as I'm going, you have to give me prophet offering.
Okay.
If you visit me, give me prophet offering. I visit you, give me prophet offering. That one is accepted.
You visit me, I give you.
Yes.
I visit you, I give you.
Yes. On both ways, you have to give to the prophet.
Okay, yeah, it's scriptural.
Yeah, Hebrews 7:7.
It's scriptural.
Beyond contradiction, the least is blessed of the better. We take offering, but we don't take bribe.
Okay, but they won't cash out because the
No,
truth
it's
is,
not possible.
we've seen clergymen anticipating and waiting for this season to collect their own dollars. Delegates have collected their own.
Individual pastors may. The mechanism, when I say the church, I'm talking of CAN, PFN, CSN, CCN, TECAN, EQUA, OAIC. I'm talking of the body of
all
Christ.
Incorporated together.
Yes, there's a mechanism that regulates us. We can't cash out. How much do you have to give to us?
It's not me now, it's them.
Yes, how much do they have? Do you have to give to the church? Who are you going to bribe? His Eminence, the CAN chairman? How? Is it the Kalika bishop? Is it my mother in the Lord, Margaret Agbonifo? Who have been in church before this book came? I was already a pastor before His Excellency Lucky Beniobi became governor. I'm still a pastor.
Wow.
Yes, I was already a pastor. We are the one that championed the establishment of Government House Chapel. Wow. So when I see people now running around and Government House and talking about that, and they say they chase somebody out of Government House Chapel, were you there when we built that chapel?
Are you sure you will not be divided across money bags?
No, it's not possible. You may have a few pastors that will go and say things that are out of point because somebody gave them money. But the church, you cannot penetrate us. With how much? The question I ask is, how much do you have? How much do you have that you want to bring that we have not seen?
$20 million.
$20 million? One church can give you that?
$100 million.
One church can give that to you?
Which church in Benin?
In Edo State, we have it.
Which church, please?
No, we have it.
Which church?
We have more than enough.
Reverend, you take me to that church after this discussion.
You come to my church.
Reverend, I want to see that church. I want to be a member. All right, Reverend.
How much do you have?
Reverend.
Individuals, you can bribe them.
Okay.
But to bribe the leaders of the church, and then they will not come and speak for you, it is impossible.
Reverend, it's always a delight to have you on this platform. Thank you so much for taking time to be part of it.